Hey guys, welcome back to another Temu video, and this one is going to be all about my favorite things I purchased from Temu. The majority is furniture, so this is going to be like home essentials, things like that. I can't wait to get into this video and share with you my thoughts of ordering furniture versus ordering furniture pieces from other websites such as Amazon. I'll let you know how I felt about it. I'll show you some video clips of when they arrived, putting them together, and also what they look like at the end result. And I really hope that you enjoy this video, because if you've never shopped from Temu for furniture, you're gonna love what I share with you. So stay tuned, let's roll the intro, and let me get into today's video and what my favorite furniture pieces are. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, I'm in the same place as my last couple of videos, because since I had already gotten some things from Temu, I wanted to just kind of stay on that train of thought. And I'm going to be making, I should just make this a Temu series, to be honest, because it's kind of a pros and cons kind of thing. And today we're going to be talking about all the large pieces of furniture that I bought from Temu and how I feel about them. I wish that I could share with you, like, you know, like bare of what I bought from Temu, and I think I have clips, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna actually do overlays as I talk to you guys about what my favorite things are of Temu, and you know, just sharing my love for Temu, because I think that a lot of people have a misconception about Temu. But if you've ordered from Temu, you probably feel the way I do, which is maybe hit or miss. But these are all about furniture pieces and all about like home related items. So I do want to talk a little bit about all of the investments that I made on Temu items versus Amazon. Now I will be talking a little bit about Amazon in this video, but I'm not going to be sharing any items. I just kind of want to, I want to continue to do a versus, because I think it's just important to talk about the two platforms and how they're different, but how Temu, in my opinion, is proving to be better. I mean, unfortunately, it just is. Unfortunately, I feel like, I don't know. I've been ordering from Amazon for a really long time, and when I found Temu and when they started approaching creators when they first came out, that's kind of where I was able to get a little bit of an idea of the quality of items that they have. But when I started ordering furniture from them in 2024, that's when I started to really fall in love with a lot of the pieces they have. Now, are the pieces that Temu sells different than the pieces that are sold on Amazon? No. The sellers are pretty much the same. And I will tell you guys to not be misled when it comes to Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, Temu, Amazon. Like, a lot of these Chinese sellers have a agreement with these other platforms, so you're going to see variations of prices. Today we're talking about ordering from Temu specifically. So having said that, I think the very first item that I bought from Temu, I want to say, was like the very first furniture piece, I think, of any quality that I bought from Temu, was a kitchen cabinet. Now, this was something when we moved, my son and I moved into our vintage rental in 2024. There was this large kitchen. It was an older build, and it was kind of dark, and so we had this big bare wall, and it was really wide. And I was thinking, even though we had a lot of counter space, I still felt like maybe moving the coffee station onto something like individual would be better. And so I started looking on Amazon first, and then I was like, I wonder if Temu has the same stuff. And I don't know why it didn't just sort of click with me, but I started looking at kitchen cabinets on Temu, and I found this one. I found the black one. I couldn't figure out if I wanted to get it beige or off-white, if I wanted to get it white, or if I wanted to get it black. I knew originally when I ordered this kitchen cabinet that I was going to be changing out the hardware. I haven't changed it out yet, but I knew I was going to. So I was on the fence. I kind of wanted a kitchen cabinet that had like clear glass or some kind of see-through cupboards, because that was kind of a thing at the time. And then I was like, well, maybe it's better because it's like kitchen, and I was going to use like restock stuff, that it wasn't visible. So I ended up getting this black one. It's got 3 drawers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's still at my other house, so I'm showing you a clip of when I was there. But I think it has 3 drawers across the top, and then it has cupboard space underneath. So it's got shelving, and it's got 2 doors. This is my absolute favorite. I knew that when I purchased this piece that I wanted something that was mid-century was what I was looking for originally, but with the antique feel and vibe of this rental, I decided to get this one. And this one was pretty standard on the bottom because they did have some that had like legs and stuff like that. The one thing I will tell you with this lacquer furniture or more inexpensive furniture, and I mean this goes all the way across the board. I mean, even when you go into some more inexpensive furniture places, some of the stuff or a lot of it is manufactured in China, so you can switch out the legs. It's like if you want to give your sofas or your love seats or your chairs a new look, you can really easily just buy legs for them. So when I got this, I knew that if I wanted to give it any kind of perk or oomph, I could either change the hardware on it or change the legs. I purchased this black piece for about $135, I think. My son put it together. It was pretty complicated. I will tell you that sometimes when you order furniture pieces from Temu, they will come in 2 separate boxes, and we've learned that as well because that happened with our coffee table that we ordered from Temu, and also our dining room table. I think that all came in one package, but sometimes when you order furniture from China, don't be alarmed if it comes in 2 separate packages. So you know, just beware. Sometimes they do. So track your items. The one thing I love about Temu that's different than Amazon is that you can track everything. So from the time you purchase something, there's an orange bar that says track your item, and you can track it and you'll get email updates, text messages, and it'll show you literally where and how your item is coming to you, where it's landing, where it's being checked in, and everything like that. And that way, if it does have 2 separate boxes as purchasing, then you can kind of track those 2 boxes together. So I will tell you that 1 out of 5 stars on this kitchen cabinet, I give it a 5. It's fantastic, but I will tell you that a lot of this cheaper furniture is lacquer, so it can be if you're not careful with heated things, with cold things, with certain surfaces, you really have to understand that a lot of this stuff can be damaged very easily, can be scratched easily, chipped easily, stained easily because it's made with MDF, which is a very cheap wood, and so some of it chips or like flakes off. Some of it will discolor if you put like a hot mug on it or something. I mean, just beware, you know, that these are inexpensive pieces. You get what you pay for, and it's not going to last forever. But I will tell you the aesthetics and the quality of this cabinet, I really love it. So 5 out of 5 for this cabinet. Okay, let's move on to the second item that I got from Temu. So the second item I want to cover today is my desk. I ordered this desk from Temu. It was a 60-inch walnut wood desk. It was like, I want to say this item was like $99. It was really inexpensive. It wasn't that expensive. I feel like if it was a little bit over $100, then it was probably around $129. You guys, I'm really cheap. Okay, I really am. So one thing I will tell you about this desk is I put this desk together myself, and I'm probably showing you some overlay clips right now of me putting together the desk, and I don't look my best, okay? In my vlogs, you guys, I wake up, sometimes I even have, I mean, my face is all like this, you know what I mean? I have sleep in my eyes. I remember one time I did a collab with a bunch of girls here on YouTube, and she was like, oh my God, I wouldn't be caught dead without makeup, or I wouldn't be caught dead with sleep in my, you know what I mean? Something like that, and I try to be as cognizant and presentable as for y'all as I can. But your girl has no shame, okay? I have no shame in my game. So normally I will wake up, I try to get as presentable as possible, and I'm trying to take more pride every year on YouTube or on any video I make, because I'm terrible at posting anywhere else, okay? I really am. I'm not good at posting consistently on Instagram. I hate TikTok, and I'm not really good at keeping up with my Facebook page, although I should be. So YouTube is kind of always where I planted my feet. It's something I know the most about. So when I turn on the camera, I try to get as pretty as I can, but I can tell you right now, you're getting all authenticity over here, okay? The organics of it all. But when I ordered this desk, I was like, I wonder if it would be hard to put together. It was not, and I will tell you that when I put together something like a desk, I usually do it upside down, which I think even the video. One thing I do like about Temu as well, and I think Amazon has started doing this too, is that they now have instructional videos. I know you can see this a lot on Amazon actually, but Temu as well, like they're gonna show you like a 3D effect of how to put the desk together, even like where the screws fly up in the air. You know, they kind of show you bit by bit on how to do this. So I turn the desk upside down, and the legs to my desk look like, I wanna say they look like maybe an M or a W, if that makes sense. So they kind of do a V on each side, if that makes sense. So one thing I will tell you about this cheaper lacquer MDF materials, kind of furniture, is that if you happen to screw the screws in the wrong place, or I don't know, maybe you do something upside down or backwards or something, because it's MDF and because it's a cheaper wood, they tend to flake. That's why I was saying, like, MDF, I think that's what it's called, but like it flakes, it's just particles of wood. It's like almost like sawdust that they put together and make wood out of or something. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. So it's really easy to strip screws and stuff like that. But I will tell you, I love the desk. Now, I did try to move it. It was probably shortly after I actually put it together, because when I started to do my wall art, I moved it over. I needed something on each side of my desk to like store my electronics, which I went with a different avenue than I originally wanted to, which I'm sorry I did that. But I got this kind of long, it was like a computer desk type thing. I don't even know how to explain it, but I moved the desk over to make room for that. And when I moved it, because the screws were not that secure in the desk and I didn't have two people to help me lift up the desk and move it, I will tell you that the legs kind of swayed. So I'm really nervous when we move this desk, if it's going to kind of fall apart. Now, there are tricks of the trade. There's wood glue. There's all kinds of things you can do to secure the legs into the desk. But I will tell you, I've had this desk for now almost a year. I absolutely love it. I eat a lot at my desk. I drink coffee all the time, at all hours of the night. I have cold stuff, hot stuff, all that kind of stuff. I've got electronics on my desk. The desk has been fantastic. I can't stress it enough. So if you're looking for something sleek, modern, and walnut, with the walnut sort of brown, pretty finish, definitely look into this desk. It's beautiful. It's wide. It's very spacious, because I didn't want anything short and I didn't want anything too narrow. I wanted a desk that I could have plenty of room on to put multiple monitors and keyboards and all that stuff. So I highly recommend, if you have a nice space for a desk, this will elevate your area where you want to work if you have room. This desk, I do believe, is 60 inches wide, and it's I can't remember how many inches it is deep, but it's pretty deep. It's really, it's like one big long rectangular contraption or whatever, and I absolutely love this desk. So look into it. I'll link it below. I got it from Temu, and I just highly recommend. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing that we got from Temu are these nightstands. These nightstands are beautiful. Now, they are a little spendy, I won't lie, because I looked on Amazon, I looked on Temu, I kind of just also Googled it, because you can get this stuff. It's funny, like, because all the same sellers sell the same stuff everywhere. Like, you can get it, everything that I'm sharing with you today, you can find on other websites, not just Amazon. Like, you can find them on Wayfair, you can find them on Target, you can find them on Walmart. You can find the exact same things from, and so these two nightstands I absolutely fell in love with. I wanted something that was not necessarily off-white or cream, but I wanted something a very light beige, and they're beautiful. I can't tell you how beautiful these nightstands are to me. Now, I wanted a very light room, and I wanted to go neutral in my room, so I definitely thought, well, I could get white if I wanted to, like stark linen white, or I could get black, always getting black, but I thought, it'd be kind of cool to get something different, which was this oatmeal. I call it an oatmeal beige. So the handles on it are very tiny. They're gold, and I absolutely love these things. But I will tell you, if you look into getting these nightstands, make sure that you measure, because these nightstands are 32 inches wide, and that is pretty wide. The average nightstand is around, I think, 19 inches to like 26 to 28 inches, and that's wide. So, but I knew I wanted something really wide with good sized drawers, and that was, I just absolutely love these nightstands. I cannot tell you how beautiful they are. They elevate any bedroom. So if you guys are interested, they do sell these in black, white, and this off-white beige color, and trust me, you will not go wrong. You can always change the hardware, and I would tell you that if you are going to go on to Google and look for hardware somewhere, even if you go on Amazon, I can promise you, you're probably going to get it cheaper on Temu. But the thing about Temu and sharing my favorites from Temu with you guys is that the shipping time may take a little longer than Amazon, because we're Prime members, we're guaranteed 2-day shipping. But if you find a piece of furniture and you filter out on Temu, and I'll share this with you guys in a live stream at a later date, but if you go on Temu, whether you're on your phone or you're on your desktop or whatever, iPad, whatever, go onto the left side of the filter and go all the way down to the bottom and just click ships from Temu, and Temu will give you free shipping. So that's the thing, that's the difference, is if you get it from a local warehouse, and also as you stack things in your cart as well, they don't have a save for later. That's the thing I wish that they would implement on Temu, is save for later, because you know how when you go on Amazon and you can put something in your cart and you can save it for later, right? You know, you just kind of track it. And then if you have the ALEXA products, then she'll tell you when something goes on sale and you're saved for later. Temu doesn't have that. You just have to let that stuff sit in your cart. And what I'm finding with that is that it expires after a while, and it tells you that you have to clear it out. So the only thing I can tell you is that just make sure that you're trying to find things that ship directly from Temu, and that'll save you on shipping. Because shipping's not outrageous with Temu, I will tell you that, but you are going to pay for shipping on Temu if you get it from a local warehouse. So I can't tell you how beautiful these nightstands are. I am not going to discourage you from getting them. They are all lacquer, a cheaper wood. You can look at the description. I can't remember what kind of wood it is, but it's not, it might be MDF. I don't think it is, but it's really pretty, because my mom in her room is using all of the original things that I was going to use in my own room. And those nightstands just elevate her room. If she was to decorate her room like all in a theme or something, you know, with really beautiful items, those nightstands just make everything look prettier. So if you have a darker environment, always make sure that, you know, you can get your bed frames on Temu, you can get your nightstands on Temu, you can get pretty much anything on Temu, just like you can on Amazon. But just remember that when you go a little bit lighter, even if you're afraid, it elevates your room. Like, you can always go black, you know, you can go browns, walnuts, like I said, wood tones, things like that. But if you are interested in getting, like, you're kind of a little nervous to get lighter pieces of furniture, don't fret, because you will honestly be really pleased. Just look at the demo picture on the actual item, you know, on whatever you're looking at, and just give yourself a chance, because you can always transform your room into something that is beautiful and lighter if that's what you want. Now, I know Moody is taking over the last couple of years, the darker colors, more cottagecore type stuff. But if you are into light academia and you like that vintage sort of old style feel, go light. Don't go dark, go light, and I can promise you're going to love it. So these nightstands were not a disappointment in any way, shape, or form. I just never got to use them. She's been using them since the beginning. So unfortunately, but they are wonderful, because you can put a full-size lamp, an actual furniture piece of lamp on there. You can put multiple things on your nightstands if you have the room. That's why I said you need to measure, though, because if you have a queen bed or a king bed, you need to make sure that you have enough room. You know what I mean? I wonder if I should turn this down. I feel like my lights... Should I just turn that off? Let's see. Can I turn this down? Let's see. Okay, let's do that. Now it's getting dusk, so you can see me a lot better. I might be a little bit rough, though, grainy. But I will tell you, anyway, if you're going to get these nightstands, just make sure you measure very carefully, because they are really wide. I won't lie to you, they're very wide. So that is another one of my favorites. If I had to rate the desk, if I didn't rate the desk 5 out of 5, and if I had to rate these nightstands 5 out of 5, love them, beautiful, everything, you know. But I'm a person, let me tell you also, in my, you know, in my own review and opinions, I take really good care of my things. I try my best to not, you know, ruin things, scratch things, stain things. Now, I'm imperfect, you know, obviously, but I also don't have any little kids. I don't have cats. We don't have any animals here. We will have Bella when we move, but she's not a concern. But I take really good care of my stuff. I don't stain it if I can't. And also, I'm a firm believer in, like, even if you do stain it, or, you know, something happens, there's always paint. So don't panic. You know, you can always fix something that's inexpensive and continue to make it look beautiful. So these nightstands, I can't tell you how much I absolutely love these. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about our dining room table. I love this table. We paid $99 for this table. It is our dining room table. We got it from Temu. It was 99 bucks. I think with tax, it was probably like 108 probably, or something like that. One thing I will tell you about this table, though, I love it. That's why I don't want to put a tablecloth on it, because I love it so much. I do think that I don't like the chairs. I will tell you that we chose to put on this table. I feel like this table would look so much better with taller chairs. I just feel like the chairs that we have, because she wanted fabric chairs, she did not want wood chairs, which I understand. But I will tell you that the chairs that we have at this table just don't go. I don't know. I just feel like they're just too short. But this table was really easy to put together. Everything I put together here in this home, it was a new venture for me because I'm not one to normally do that. I usually have my boys put the furniture together. So with that said, I mean, I did all this stuff myself. I did the desk by myself. Now my son David put the nightstands together, so I can't take credit for that. But I put the desk together and I put the dining room table that you're looking at together, and it was fairly easy. And I did vlog that as well. So the only qualm I have with this table is that it's really small. If they did not have, I would have really preferred and loved if they had this table in a 60 inch rather than 47 inches, especially even for 4, because I feel like 60 inches is more of a standard size that gives you a little bit of room between people. And also you can have multiple dishes, plates, and things like that, you know, on the table itself. I feel like there is enough room for all 4 of us to sit at this table and have some kind of a dinner or something, but it's a very small crunch. Like, it's very small, it's tight, it's a tight space. So luckily we have the island, you know, where we can go to the island if we have extra food or something that we want to, you know, pile on or whatever. But I will tell you that my only disadvantage to this table, or you know, my only taking off a half a star for this table, is that it's just so small. I wish it was 60 inches rather than 47 inches, but I definitely will tell you it's 5 out of 5. It's held up. It's not bad at all. So look into it if you're looking for a new table. It's a beautiful color wood. It's still got that walnut finish, you know, kind of look to it, which is the same thing as the desk that I showed you. And I really love it. I love this table. So 5 out of 5, highly encourage it. We'll link this one below as well. Okay, let's move on to our dining room our coffee table. So our coffee table, I was looking for a coffee table. I was highly looking at this coffee table to purchase it from AliExpress. Now, AliExpress is a company I talk about here and there. I don't talk about it that often when I do my versus videos like this one. This isn't necessarily a versus video, but with my shopping hauls, I do versus a lot with Temu and Amazon. But I will tell you, AliExpress is a company that's been around for a very long time. They're also another China market place where you can purchase a lot of different things. They have the same kind of items that you would see on Amazon and Temu as well. And so this table, I found it on AliExpress, but looked for it on Temu and found it on Temu. Here's the thing that I was talking about earlier when I talked about the kitchen cabinet, is that this table came in 2 boxes. And my son was like, Mom, that's so weird. But I think the reason why it came in 2 boxes is because it had, I think the second portion of it or something was like the bottom disc part, because this table is like a 2-shelf table, and for some reason there was a portion of it that was like breakable or something, or maybe I have that wrong. I feel like maybe it wasn't the table, maybe it wasn't this table, maybe it was the fireplace thing. But regardless, I love this table, love the look of it. It is now I think most of the tables that I looked at were 30 inches, 30 to 32 inches, something like that. And this one is 38. So we have a large open space living room, and I really wanted something that was gonna complement that. I didn't want something that was too small. So this table worked out perfectly. And this table was $99, I think, and I think it was a really good buy. So 5 out of 5 stars on my end. I put it together myself. It was super easy, real simple instructions, and I absolutely love it. So I would highly recommend checking this out if you need a new coffee table. Okay, so let's move on to our Fireplace TV stand. That is the next thing that we got. That's the most recent thing I purchased. I am going to be talking about other items I got from Temu, but since I'm focusing in on the living room right now, I went from the dining room table to the coffee table and now to this fireplace thing that you're seeing. So this was something, my mom did not want this color. Let me tell you, if you go on Temu and you search this particular Fireplace TV stand, it is one of the most inexpensive TV stands you can get. I like it. I think it's really pretty. One thing, I'm still on the fence if we got the right color, but I told my mom, I said, if we don't like it white, we can always paint it with Beyond Paint, because Beyond Paint you can use on lacquer, so it's not a big deal. Like, you can use Beyond Paint on cheap furniture. But I will tell you that this TV stand is beautiful. It's really great. It's 60 inches wide, and I was looking for something fairly tall. Because the living room's so big, I didn't want anything that was too low, because we did not mount our TV. So we were looking for something necessarily that we could put the TV on, because we're moving soon and we didn't want to mount the TV to put more holes in the walls. So I was looking for something that I could put the TV on that was a little bit higher than the other shelf part, as you can see. So this is fantastic. It does come with lights underneath the, does this come, feel like it came with strip lights. It lights up, but David said, I wouldn't do that, Mom. He said I would put puck lights in there. So I ended up purchasing puck lights and putting them underneath, because the shelves, I think on this one, are open, right? They're not closed. I forget because I'm not down there, but you're looking at it, and I absolutely love this thing. I don't think white was a mistake because they sell it in black. There were a couple of other sellers that sold it on like a wood color, like the desk and the dining room table and the coffee table I was sharing with you. So if you like that natural wood color, they do sell this in a natural wood color, but I just was on the fence. I didn't know. And this particular seller that we're looking at now, I think overall it was like, I want to say it was like it was originally like expensive. It was like $239, which I thought was kind of expensive. Maybe most of you might be, well, that's not really that expensive. I don't know. I just was looking for something more along the $150 line because it was inexpensive. And I was like, I don't know how long we're going to have it. I don't want to pay, you know what I mean? I don't want to pay $300 for that. So I think ultimately I got it for $229 because it was a flash sale. So it kept kind of dropping and dropping and then going back to its own thing, because when I started looking at it, it was in September. So by the time we got it, I think it was sometime in December, and we got like the lowest price on it, which I think was $219 with tax. So, and this was the thing that came in 2 boxes. Let me tell you why. This came in 2 boxes with Temu because it was the heater part that came in 2 boxes. So like I said, sometimes when you order from Temu or a Chinese marketplace, they're going to send your item in 2 boxes. So just be mindful. But like I said, I am not disappointed in this TV stand at all. The fireplace looks really real. It is a heater and it's just the show fireplace. It's got a remote to it. I put some puck lights underneath it, so we bought our own puck lights, but it does come with the string of the I don't know what they're called, but it's like a roll of lights, you know, where you can insert them in there somewhere. But we just decided against that, so we didn't use those. But I bought puck lights because I just prefer that. But it does have a remote. It's wonderful. It didn't take David very long to put it together either, and it's so pretty against the wall. So like I said, this comes in white, some kind of a walnut finish. It's not real wood, it's all lacquer, so it's MDF, it's cheap wood, but it is very beautiful. So depending on what you want with it, it is a really good investment, and it's really pretty. It really is. I wanted something that had shelving next to it, and then I wanted the middle portion to be a little bit taller than the shelving on the sides, so that we could have something that was a little bit elevated, so we wouldn't have to mount the TV on the wall. So if that's something that interests you, even if your TV is mounted on the wall, you still have that little portion that's a little bit taller. Now there was another one that I was looking at. I will go ahead and just flash that on the screen, and I'll link it below if you want to. It's about the same price. It was a little bit more antique looking, like a little bit more fireplacey, if that makes sense, and it was really beautiful. It was just a little bit higher in price than I wanted, and so I just settled for this one. So if you're like me and you're just on a budget and you just wanted to get something that was pretty but not, you know what I mean, that would just get you by until you figured out what really you wanted, definitely check this one out as well if you want something like a step higher or a little bit elevated. But the one we got, I'm happy with it. It's really pretty. It was pretty during Christmas. I'm sure it's going to be pretty moving forward. Right now the living room is in chaos because I still haven't organized all my Christmas stuff. I know it's going to be February 1st. I mean, everything's down. All the Christmas stuff is down, but girl, there's just so much shit I can't even. Okay, and every day I go down there and I'm like, tomorrow, and I just keep putting it off because it's just so overwhelming. I mean, I had so much Christmas stuff, and we bought so much this year. Oh my God, it was just crazy. But I will tell you, I was not disappointed in this TV stand at all. So I will link it below. Check it out. It is fantastic. And it came all in one piece, wasn't broken, wasn't cracked. But I will tell you, if you receive anything that is damaged or cracked or whatever with Temu, call them or email them, show them a picture. They are so good. They will replace it immediately. They'll give you a refund, whatever you choose. And I cannot tell you how happy I've been with the Temu customer service. And I'm not just saying that, like really. To me, they're up there with Amazon. Amazon is pretty good, as we all know, but Temu is up there too because they just have some fantastic finds. So definitely check them out. And I just absolutely love that TV stand. It was perfection. I loved it. Okay, so the next thing on the docket is this vanity behind me. I wanted a very small vanity. I had a vanity before that I got from, I think it came from IKEA, and it was white. It was way back in the 2014-ish, around there, when that kind of look was kind of really popular, and you can only get that kind of like vanity type thing from either Amazon or IKEA or somewhere like that. But I saw this one and I really loved it. I knew I wanted black. I knew I wanted something small and quaint. I knew I loved the look of it. The promo picture that they had of it, I'll throw that up here too if you guys want, just to see what it looks like, the way that they styled it. And that kind of is what sold me the most. Is I just absolutely loved this vanity. And one thing I will tell you though that I had trouble with, because my son started it and then we moved. And then he was going to finish it, and I was trying to finish it on my own. So I will tell you, if you get this vanity, definitely try to have, I mean, if you're really good at putting things together and all that stuff, then go for it. There's a PDF, there's a video, everything. But the one thing I will tell you that was real tough, in my opinion, when I was trying, I even showed myself on camera, I'm like, I can't do this. It was the electrical part, because this one has outlets. I will tell you, the lights on this thing, they do go cool and warm. So you can turn them off. Let's see. See, they go really bright blue, cool, warm. That's called cool. Then they go like a softer sepia, like, yellow tone, if you will. You can turn them off. You can make them brighter. So you can, they have 3 functions, and only you can decide, what tone, temperature, I guess is what I'm trying to say, that you want. I usually always choose the, I don't choose the cool blue, the LED that's real stunning like that. I usually choose like a yellow. In person, this is a very yellow tone, but on camera, it comes off more on a cool tone. But it didn't come with a stool, but it did come with this little, and inside is a shelving there, where you can put more makeup and stuff like that. I just have some sprays in there and stuff like that. But I really love it. It's got enough room up on the top of this cupboard here if you want to set like a lamp or some kind of decor up there. Then it's got the 3 shelves. It's got one here, and then an opening down here in the corner. I just have this thing kind of blocking that. And then you have a little bit more space over here by there's a shelf. I know you can see my camera, I'm sorry. But see, there's this little thing right here where you can put, your brushes or whatever. But I will tell you that, and it has 2 drawers as well. I don't know if you can see that, but it has 2 drawers. I'll put the picture up right now so you can see behind me. So it's got 2 drawers, and then it's got 3 drawers below. You can change out the hardware if you want to make it look a little bit more vintage or a little bit more antique. I love this thing. Here's the qualm I don't like about this thing. I absolutely love the style of it though. The one thing I didn't like about it is the legs. I wish they would have not done like these umbrella legs or whatever they're called, like where it's just one big open leg and it's like a rectangle. It's not like individual legs, if that makes any sense. So to me, that just kind of took away from the style of the vanity. But other than that, you guys, I love this vanity. It's not very big though, so I will tell you that. So if you are looking for something, let's say you live in an apartment, or you have maybe a room that's like 12 feet by 12 feet and you have a little bit of space to put a vanity, I would say this would be the answer for you. This does come in other colors as well. It doesn't just come in black. I just loved the black. I don't know why. Because I went from white. I had a white one for a really long time, and then I wanted to go more darker. So black, I absolutely love this thing. And again, I did buy hardware to switch it out. I bought some floral knobs, and I had those on there for a little while, and then I don't know, I changed them out, but I am going to flip them back because spring is here. So one of the reasons why I put the original hardware on here, and this is the original hardware, so that it comes with these knobs here, but you can go on Amazon, you can even go, search on Temu. There's tons of like, hardware, there's tons of handles and knobs and all this kind of stuff, so you can, find what suits you. But I bought some floral ones. I didn't get them from Temu though. They had them on Temu, but I ended up getting them on Amazon because I felt like they were offering more pieces. One thing I will say, Amazon versus Temu, is that sometimes Amazon just has a little bit better prices. But Temu also is cheaper. You just wait longer, if that makes sense. So you can most of the time find the identical things on Temu that you can on Amazon. But I will tell you, as a perk, don't sleep on AliExpress either, because AliExpress also has wholesale type stuff where you can get knobs and, cabinetry and stuff like that. I know that sounds really weird, but it is kind of a cool place. I know a lot of people go to Etsy for that and stuff like that, maybe even eBay, but AliExpress, I'll leave a link below. I'm not an affiliate with AliExpress, but I will tell you, AliExpress does have some really good stuff that Temu and Amazon doesn't have, that I haven't seen. So, like I said, they're all based in China, and they all have similar products, but some products I feel like are just unique. And so if you're looking for a type of hardware that you can't find anywhere else, and maybe you're turning to Facebook Marketplace, but you want to buy it new, check AliExpress, because they have handles and knobs and things like that. So I did have a floral knob on here, and it was really pretty. I just, spring left and winter came, and so I just went ahead and put the gold on here. But I love this thing. I absolutely love it, and I think you will too. Like I said, the only thing I would be mindful of, there are 2 plugs underneath this cabinet here in the corner. This white cord that you see on the bottom of where my finger is here, on my left, your right, is the actual cord that lights up these lights. But also next to that you can't see are 2 outlets. So those are 2 outlets that you can use for your hair accessories, like your curling iron, your blow dryer, things like that. So it can hold the voltage for that. The only thing I will tell you that is a disadvantage of this vanity is it's not that deep. So meaning that when you're sitting at the desk facing the mirror, there's not that much width, or depth. Well, they call it depth. So when you're sitting against the table versus where the mirror is, there's not that much room. Excuse me. So if you're looking for something that is more desk-like, that has a little bit more room for you to put multiple things on, this might be the choice for you. But for me, it was perfect, because I know no matter where we move, I could probably even put this in my room if I wanted to. Well, along with the mirror, in a chair or whatever. And this is a reason why I like Temu, is because a lot of their things are very space friendly, if that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean? So just make sure you pay attention to the height, the dimensions, the width, the depths, things like that, because when you're measuring for your space in your room or in your living room or wherever you're going to put your vanity, because I know some people put their vanities in their closets as well. Some people have walk-in closets and they'll put their vanity in the closet and they'll just not hang clothes in that area so they can actually use their vanity. But this one is perfect. I'm telling you, it is really cute, it's really pretty, and it's very affordable. The only thing I will tell you though is that it does not come with the stool. So make sure if you're looking for one with a stool, they have plenty, and they have so many. I mean, you don't have to pick this one, they have so many. But I will leave a link below to this specific one. And the stool that I'm sitting on to make this video, I actually got on Facebook Marketplace. It was just perfect. The only thing I haven't done to it is paint it. But even if I didn't paint it, it still kind of goes with the vibe in this room, because my desk is a walnut wood, and my the thing that I have my laptop and like the drawers where I'm keeping my electronic cords and things like that is also like a brownish, wood tone. And so this stool that I'm sitting on, I got it from Facebook Marketplace. It was $10. It's very wide. So it's brown and it has like a floral seat to it. Absolutely love this thing. I paid $10 for it, and I was gonna paint it black. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe I shouldn't, because my desk is brown. I've got multiple items of brown that mesh, so even if I don't paint it, that's okay. Now, if I moved it in my bedroom or in my living room or something like that, then I would consider painting it. And then if I wanted to change it in the long run, all I would have to do is take the stool part of it, the round plate that I'm sitting on, and then just sand it. So it's up to you, but I would say if you're looking for an antique stool, Temu has plenty of them. They have them for like $10. They don't eat. I'm telling you, if you need a footrest that's very antique, if you need a stool for your vanity, if you need just an accent chair or something with an antique vibe, check Temu, because they do have some amazing stuff. And I do want to say this as well, since I'm sharing my home essentials favorites. Just go into the search bar on Temu and just put vintage. I'm serious. You will see so many things that you probably thought you would never see. And the detail on some of that stuff is fantastic. So, and the prices are going to vary. So, like I said, not everything on Temu is super, super inexpensive. So you just have to make sure that you're like filtering out your search correctly to make sure that you're looking at the reviews, look at real pictures, real video. Not just the promo video that Temu or any other, Chinese seller is trying to sell you. Go down in the actual reviews and look at the videos and photo clips of these actual furniture pieces to make sure it's what you want, because you're not really going to be decided until you see a realistic view. And that's kind of how I base all of my decisions, to make sure that it is what I know it will be, rather than getting it and being super disappointed. The only disappointment that you've seen me really, talk about in my Temu videos or whatever is sizing, because I feel like sizing for clothes and shoes and things like that is what I've been challenged with the most. But pillow covers, furniture, accent pieces, different accessories, like, I don't know, decor. Even when I got this vanity, I was worried about the outlets in it, because I don't know, Temu was a new thing at the time, and I'm like, is that really trustworthy? Because I don't know, for some reason I feel more like I trust IKEA or I trust like Target or Walmart more than I trust just going on Temu. I even trust Amazon more, you know what I mean? So just make sure you're reading details. But if you are looking for a vanity, definitely check this one out. All right, since we're on the topic of vanities, I do want to share with you what I bought for Naomi. I got Naomi a vanity as well. She's only 6, and she's super tall too, so I didn't know if this was going to work for her. But I did shop around. This vanity is so cute. Now, my daughter got frustrated. I was so upset when she told me that she was so frustrated when she put it together, because she put it together by herself. And this child vanity that we're looking at right now, I got it for her in pink. It does have some drawers and a little bit of shelving on it. It does have electrical on it, and I think that's where Liza was the most frustrated with it. She was so upset. I don't know. I just remember getting texts from her saying, I just stapled that damn thing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about putting together inexpensive furniture is if you haven't seen the video or you're not paying attention to the directions, Temu, I have to say, Temu's directions are really easy. They're ABC 1, 2, 3. I mean, if you really pay attention to the directions, you shouldn't have a problem. Also, they usually have a demo video to help you make sure you're on the right track. So knowing her, she has 4 kids. She was probably distracted, the baby, whatever. And because I know when I ordered it for her, she waited forever to put it together. But this comes in pink, in a very soft yellow, like a butter yellow. It comes in mint green. I think it also comes in white, and it might come in black. But Naomi loves pink. That's her favorite color. This one came with a stool. It came with the 3-dimensional lights, so it has 3 temperatures of lights on it. And then it had a little bit of shelving in case she wanted to store some things on it. Now, I guess it's not in her room because it won't fit, so make sure you measure. But it wasn't a disappointment at all. I never got to see it. As many times as I've been over there to visit Liza, I keep forgetting to look at it because she was so frustrated when she put it together. So I will tell you, if you do try to get this for a gift, or maybe for a birthday, if you have something coming up and you just want to do something sweet, or you're going to redecorate your room for your elementary school child or whatever, preteen, I would highly recommend, if I would look into Temu vanities. If it's a preteen, I would definitely just get one like this. But if it's a small child like Naomi, 6 or 7, I would say get this one because it's just kind of perfect for them. But just make sure you check the dimensions and get a measuring tape or something like that. They sell them on Dollar Tree. Keep one in your purse. Keep one near you, so when you're reading stuff, you have a lightweight measuring tape in your purse or nearby where you can actually just kind of see what the dimensions are when you're buying something. Because that's the one thing I've learned, you guys, is measure, measure, measure. Because then you can never be disappointed. You can never blame anything, whether it's, a bag, a purse, a piece of furniture, clothing, a shoe, whatever. Just make sure that you measure. And Temu is also a great place, as I mentioned before. I know we're talking about furniture, but they're a great place as well. And Amazon has these too, but get a ring sizer, get a wrist sizer, get a foot sizer, get a neck sizer, get a freaking hat size, you know what I mean? Just get those things. They're only $1 or $2. And then you can never go wrong when you're ordering stuff, so you know what size you're getting. So I can't tell you how much measurements and dimensions mean, because especially if you live in an apartment or a small home, or your space that you're trying to redo is super small. So this vanity, she seems to like it. She was really happy with it. And I've gotten a lot of stuff from Temu for Naomi, specifically. I've done toy hauls. I've done, gadget hauls with her, different mechanics they've had. Like we got her a kind of a fake Polaroid camera. We got her a phone. I mean, we've gotten her so many different things. So if you guys want me to do future videos of kids toys, I'm sure I have clips of her reviewing some of the toys that we've gotten her over the years. But with the furniture, this was not a disappointment, and if I had to rate it, it was 5 out of 5. So I think that is everything in this video I'm going to share with you. I know I'm forgetting something, but I feel like that's probably the primary things that we've gotten in reference to furniture. There was another piece of furniture that I ordered, I think from Temu, that my son never put together, so I don't want to talk about it because I haven't seen it put together. But I am in the process of ordering a couple more things. Actually, I take that back. Let's do one last thing before we go. The last thing I want to share with you is this entryway table. This entryway table I got for the entryway. It's really pretty. I love it. It's very Pottery Barn, if you will. I got it for $79 with tax. It was like $84. I think it's 60 inches across. I knew I wanted something really long because of how long the walls are in the entryway, but I definitely love it so much. It was super easy to put together. I need another one. I am going to order another one of these. That's how much I love them, because I think this is a perfect piece to put behind a sofa of some sort. Definitely check it out. It's a great piece if you're looking for a new accent table or entryway table, or if you need something behind your sofa. Definitely get one. It's super cheap. It's very walnut finish looking. It's lacquer, it's cheap wood, so it's not what it seems, but it does the job. I absolutely love it. Definitely check it out, and I just think it's really affordable as well. And I am getting one more piece of furniture that I am going to share with you once it comes in, and that is going to be a small cabinet. I'm going to do a little coffee station up here in the loft before we go, just to see what it looks like. I have a table that I got from Facebook Marketplace that this lady gave me that I absolutely love it. It's like I don't want to move it because I love it so much, but something is telling me that if I'm going to do a little coffee station up here, I should have something with like a cupboard and a drawer of some sort. So I am looking into this piece here. I'll just put it on the screen real quick, and when it does come, I will definitely share it with you. The entryway table, I don't think I'm going to need to share that with you because I already have one, but that is going to be the next piece of furniture. But I look on Temu all the time. Any furniture I need, I compare it from Amazon to Temu, and Temu usually always has a better prices. The only thing is, I will tell you, beware when you order multiple items from Temu that you're going to be charged shipping for each item that comes from a local warehouse. If you're getting it straight from Temu, the shipping is regularly free, so, or most likely is going to be free. But if you're putting things in your cart that are going to be from multiple sellers, then you're going to end up paying shipping on each one of those items in your cart. So just be really careful, because girl, the amount of shipping that piles up in my Temu cart is insane. Like, I'll have like a $250 item, order, and $80 of that will hike it up to like over $349 because I've got $80 worth of shipping. So just make sure that you know when you're putting multiple items in your cart that you are going to be charged local shipping from the local warehouse. But if you're ordering it from Temu, it should be free. Temu did not sponsor me for any of these furniture pieces I'm promoting, but I do want to give you guys the best bang for your buck. That's what this channel is all about, is discounting and finding the best prices. So definitely stay tuned. I will continue to do live shopping hauls, online shopping deals as we go, and I really hope that you like this style of video. Just don't sleep on them. People disregard Temu like they're just not the same as Amazon, and they are, and sometimes they even have better quality stuff, believe it or not. So don't sleep on them. If you need a piece of furniture, or you need a mirror, you need decor, you need something for your bedroom, you need lamps, I mean, just don't sleep on Temu. You need greenery, because a lot of that stuff is coming from the same place. And I feel like people just go with Amazon because it's a more reputable, but Temu's up there, trust me, and they have such a great style of customer service. Now they have an 800 number, as I mentioned. They have a guarantee. They give credits. They give you refunds. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, they are such a reputable company. I can't say enough about them. So I hope you guys agree. If you've ordered anything from Temu and had as good of experience as me, or if you've ordered any furniture from Temu, I would love to hear it in the comments below. Let me know. If you love the idea of sharing more items from Temu, let me know. If you want to see more online shopping and the way to shop their website, because it can be overwhelming. It reminds me a lot of Hobby Lobby, because when we go into Hobby Lobby, you know how you're just overwhelmed. Temu can be the same way. Like, if you don't know what you're looking for, you can really get like, what am I even doing here? But I can do some more live streams on Temu and teach you guys how to shop more effectively so that you can find exactly what you're looking for instead of just being overwhelmed. Because I feel like when we're like that, we can also kind of squander money as well, because you're like, ooh, okay, and it takes you all over the place rather than staying focused of what you're looking for. So definitely stay tuned. Like this video if you like these types of videos. Also comment below if you think teaching you how to shop on Temu is a good idea. We can do that in a live stream. And if you want to hear more of my favorites from Temu, I would be happy to share those with you as well. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for letting me share all of my favorite furniture finds on Temu. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, smile because it's contagious, and I will see you guys again soon. Take care, y'all.